Bob Myers' departure from the Golden State Warriors, a move that left many fans and insiders questioning the reasons behind it, has shed light on the emotional toll the job took on him. Myers, who played a pivotal role in the Warriors for NBA championships during the Steve Kerr and Stephen Curry era, opened up recently about why he felt it was time to step away. His decision wasn't just about moving on to new opportunities but was deeply rooted in his commitment to always giving his best, something he no longer felt capable of in his role as the team's general manager. Myers' dedication to excellence and the emotional strain it carried led him to make one of the toughest decisions of his career. In his own words, Myers explained, "I was done. I just couldn't do it. I care too much to not give my best." This confession reveals the depth of his passion for the team and the high standards he set for himself. The weight of being at the helm of such a successful franchise, while exhilarating, eventually became overwhelming. For someone like Myers, who has always given everything to the organization, it became clear that stepping away was not just about preserving his legacy but also about preserving his own well-being. His choice underscores the emotional complexities of leadership at the highest level, where success often comes at a personal cost. Since leaving the Warriors, Myers has transitioned into a new phase of his career, becoming an NBA analyst. This move allows him to stay connected to the game he loves while stepping away from the intense pressures of managing a team. His sharp basketball mind, which helped craft one of the most dominant teams in NBA history, now serves a broader audience as he engages in thoughtful discussions and analyses on NBA broadcasts. His ability to break down the game and offer insights has made him a valuable voice in the basketball community, and he continues to leave his mark, albeit in a different capacity. The timing of Myers' departure coincided with a significant period for the Warriors, as the team faces a new chapter in its storied history. Stephen Curry remains the heart of the franchise, and his recent family ventures have kept his name in the headlines, but the team itself is in a period of transition. With Klay Thompson now in Dallas, teaming up with Luka Doncic and the Mavericks, the Warriors will have to navigate the challenges of filling the void left by one of their cornerstone players. The departure of Thompson marks the end of an era, and the team must now find new ways to sustain its competitive edge. As the Warriors prepare for the upcoming 2024 NBA preseason, starting with a game against the Sacramento Kings on October 9, the focus will be on the new faces and the remaining stars to step up. Players like Andrew Wiggins, who has been a steady presence, and promising talent Brandon Podziemski will be called upon to take their games to the next level. The preseason will offer a glimpse into how these players can mesh and rise to the occasion in the absence of a player like Thompson, who has been such an integral part of the Warriors' success. Wiggins, known for his athleticism and defensive prowess, has the potential to take on a more significant role in the team's offense. Alongside him, Podziemski, a player with all-star potential, will have the opportunity to prove that he can handle the bright lights of the NBA and contribute meaningfully to the team's future. The Warriors' success will depend heavily on whether these players can elevate their performance and fill the scoring gap left by Thompson's departure. The upcoming season will test their resilience, adaptability, and ability to rise to the challenge. Myers left the Warriors with a roster that, while still talented, requires significant work to return to its former glory. The pieces are there, but the team's ability to compete at the highest level will depend on the development of its younger players and the continued leadership of veterans like Curry. Myers' departure marked the end of an era, but it also opened the door for new opportunities, both for himself and for the team. The Warriors' path forward will be defined by how well they can navigate these changes and continue to build on the foundation that Myers helped create. The upcoming season will be a crucial one for the Warriors, as they seek to remain competitive in an increasingly tough Western Conference. For Curry, who has been the face of the franchise for over a decade, the goal is clear: to keep the team in contention and make one more deep playoff run before the inevitable rebuilding phase begins. It won't be easy, but the Warriors have always thrived in the face of adversity, and this season will be no different. The road ahead may be uncertain, but with the right adjustments and the emergence of new stars, the Warriors could surprise everyone. Myers' legacy with the Warriors is secure, but the story of this team is far from over. The Warriors fans are eager to see how this next chapter unfolds, and while the challenges are significant, the potential for greatness remains. Myers' decision to step away was not the end but rather a new beginning, both for him and for the team he helped build. Now, it's up to the Warriors to rise to the occasion and continue to pursue excellence, just as Myers did during his time with the franchise. As the Warriors enter this new phase, the focus will be on how they can maintain their winning culture in the face of change. Myers may no longer be calling the shots, but his influence will be felt for years to come. The foundation he laid, built on a commitment to excellence and a relentless pursuit of success, will guide the team as they navigate this new terrain. The journey ahead will be challenging, but the Warriors have never backed down from a challenge. Now, it's time to see if they can rise once again. As the new NBA season approaches, the Golden State Warriors find themselves in an interesting position. While they may no longer boast the sheer star power of their championship runs, they are undeniably one of the deepest teams in the league heading into the 2024-25 campaign. This depth could be both a blessing and a challenge. On one hand, it ensures they have the necessary pieces to weather injuries and maintain healthy competition among players for minutes. On the other hand, the same depth could leave talented players like Moody struggling for meaningful opportunities on the court. His story has captured the attention of both fans and analysts, and for good reason. Moody, now entering the final year of his rookie contract, is a player whose potential has yet to be fully tapped. At just 22 years old, he has often found himself stuck behind more experienced players, despite showing glimpses of the talent that made him the 14th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft. Warriors fans, eager to see him thrive, have been vocal about their frustration with his limited playing time. As the new season draws near, Moody's future with the team remains uncertain. With new players like DeAnthony Melton, Buddy Hield, and Kyle Anderson joining the roster, the competition for minutes will only intensify, making it harder for Moody to carve out a consistent role. This uncertainty has made Moody a hot topic of discussion, especially when it comes to potential trades. On a recent episode of the Low Post podcast, ESPN insiders Zach Lowe and Bobby Marks dove deep into Moody's situation. They touched on the fact that Moody is eligible for a contract extension and speculated that he could earn something slightly above the mid-level exception, in the range of $11 to $13 million per season. But as they continued the conversation, a more intriguing possibility emerged: the idea of other teams trying to acquire Moody in a trade. Lowe suggested that, given his limited opportunities in Golden State, rival teams could see Moody as an undervalued asset and attempt to steal him from the Warriors at a bargain price. For Moody, the idea of being traded might not be unfamiliar. His name has surfaced in trade rumors before, including this offseason when he was reportedly part of a package the Warriors considered offering for All-Star forward Lauri Markkanen. Yet, despite the lack of consistent minutes, Moody's value is still difficult to gauge. His talent is undeniable, but the limited time he's spent on the court makes it challenging to accurately assess his potential. That uncertainty, however, could work in the favor of rival teams. If the Warriors are willing to move him, another franchise could land a player with significant upside at a relatively low cost, potentially reaping the benefits in the long term. Ultimately, the story of Moody is one that resonates on a deeper level. It's about untapped potential, patience, and the hunger to prove one's worth. As the new season begins, the eyes of fans, analysts, and rival teams will be on him. Whether he remains a Warrior or finds a new home, Moody's journey is far from over. His future is filled with possibilities, and if given the right opportunity, he could become a key player, not just in the Warriors' rotation, but in the league as a whole. The question now is whether Golden State sees that future with him, or if they'll allow another team to unlock the full extent of his abilities.